So not everybody would prefer the entire context. They like, I'll stick to the product context. I'll stick to the technical context. But somehow it is my belief that getting both the technical and the product context will solve your debugging efforts, both from a customer end as well as the technical end, and can make you a really better tester in terms of breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because for me, testing is about breaking stuff. If you need to find areas which now in the day and age of AI cannot find, as well as your customers cannot find.
So Ish, to begin with, let's say icebreaker. The name Ish. so I mean the first time when we were talking, when I was supposed to talk to you, I was researching about you in LinkedIn. Okay, so I thought your LinkedIn will have a full name or something like that. It did not. So I thought that can be the icebreaker here. I would love to know, is the name itself Ish, or how did that happen?
Yeah. So probably I think all through my life, this is a consistent question where when I meet people for the first time, everybody asks, is that your full name? Even it was one of my questions from my wife. Like, it's just Ish. Like, yeah, just Ish. No Ishwar, Ishan, no, nothing like that. And all credits to my dad for keeping that name. I believe his naming convention were way ahead in the time. Ish basically means it's basically a short name for God. So Chote Bhagwan is what my mom tells me, but I kind of resonated with the short name for God. In some texts, I believe they just use the word Ish instead of Ishwar or God. So that's how I got the name. Devdas made it very popular during my school days. While there was this song. Exactly.
Oh man, correct. Okay, I never thought of that.
So yeah, that kind of became.
So maybe people should put a ringtone of that when you call.
They can. Yeah, that's a nice idea actually.
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything. These kind of stupid things come to my mind now and then.
But definitely, at least for people who know me personally and are like my childhood buddies, they can. I just wonder why didn't they get the idea sooner?
Okay. So that's how it has been.
Yeah, that's how the name.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So that is very unique, isn't it? See,
yes.
I was of an opinion that your name should be Ishwinder, Ishwar, or some long name, and just for the sake of shortening it, making it easy for others to not ruin the pronunciation, that you've kept it Ish.
Yes. So the pronunciation part was something that I always struggled with. People were not able to get it. So the funny part is my surname is equally challenging when it comes to pronunciation. So if I have to, my full name is Ish Abbi.
Abbi. Okay.
Yes. So there's a wait while you're pronouncing the last name, Abbi.
Okay.
So Abbis are basically Punjabis from the northern hemisphere.
Okay.
Yeah. So that most of the times I believe in school it was Ish and then Abbi. So I had to correct them, like, it's Ish and then the surname is Abbi. And it's been so long of a journey, I was like, okay, it's Ish, it's Ish. It's Ish, probably Ish. But I generally don't correct them on the surname part. Like, I'll probably get my time, whenever I have a discussion with you, I'll probably correct it at that point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also got used to it then after some time, right?
Yeah. So it's that you don't need to correct everyone that you. So case in point, the whole song Ish was something that I was initially offended by, like, why, and I used to.
When people were taunting and teasing you.
Yeah, almost every time. It was my attendance was always like, ish, yes, ma'am, present. Initially, it was kind of irritating, taunting, but then I got used to it. Okay, fine. You don't need to correct everyone. Some people may not get your perspective, but that's fine. You'll get your time to set that perspective right. Yeah, that's the whole thought around it.
Okay. So, I would like to know more about you, Ish. How did your journey towards the engineering start? I know you. You currently manage a team. You've had. You started your career somewhere around 2010, 11?
Yeah, 11.
2011, right? So 2010, 11 time. So it's been like what, 15 years? Let's round it up to 15 years.
Yeah.
So how has the journey been? Make it very simple. You explain in your words.
Right. So I'll divide it into phases. The first phase was a roller coaster.
Okay.
Sometimes you feel that you have your entire life sorted, things are all in place. I had a similar situation. Like in those days, we used to have college placements. I had placements from 2 IT service companies, big names in the industry, still are. And I was very clear on what I need to do after college, what will happen, where do I need to put my strengths and work towards my goal. I believe around 2010 there was a recession kind of a...
Yeah, the 28 thingy just... Okay.
The Lehman Brothers.
Yes. I remember.
So because of that, companies, even though they had opportunities, they were trying to delay. They were just being very conservative in the estimates. They did hire in pool, but they were not calling everyone. So one of the things that I did, which I right now thinks I should have not done, was probably waited. Okay, fine, I just have an opportunity at hand. I should wait for that opportunity. But slowly and steadily, it was almost 1 year that the opportunity never materialized. So,
okay.
What happened was during that time, I was total villa kind of guy, but playing games, going to some bands and trying to play guitar and stuff.
Oh, you've done that too? Huh?
Yeah, I have. So that's the roller coaster part.
Roller coaster part, okay.
So you don't know what you know what you want to do, but you're not getting those opportunities, and then you're like kind of a banjara going idhar udhar all over the place trying to see what fits well. So what happened was, one of my friend was into game testing, and he gave me a tip that there is an org which is very nearby to my house, that they're conducting walk-ins for testing. Just go ahead. And I just went there as a walk-in, gave an interview. It worked out and I got that job, but as a temporary employee, not even a permanent one. So that's how the career journey started. Then it was more about, probably I want to move towards a more technical side of things. At least that was the belief of success in my mind at that point in time. Yes, if I'll be in a more technical field, then I'll be more successful. So then quit that job, went into study mode, and all of this time I'm still waiting that opportunity that I got in the college will still materialize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So funny thing that happened was 3 months into the program that I enrolled in, I got a call. But at that point, I had made up my mind that I'll probably not join it. I'll stick.
So you finally got the call from that opportunity?
Yeah, I did. 1.5 years.
Oh man.
Yeah, later. So then I decided not to pursue it and probably invest my learning, which I still believe is really, really crucial for everyone, be it your professional life, personal life. There's always some set of learnings that you get. So that's how that piece went. I quit that testing job, came to Bangalore for the first time, did a course for almost 6 or 7 months, then went back into job finding mode.
This was when, let's guess, 2012,
Yeah,
13?
exactly,
Okay.
2012, 13. So by 13, I was back into the zone of finding jobs, worked in a startup for a day. Then
For a day.
for a day.
Okay.
Like went there and very early startup, not even funded, bootstrapped, hardly I believe 8 employees, and they're like, okay, this is the task, this is what you need to do. Okay, let's see. Okay, done. But is it something that I need to do? And since I had that mind that there needs to be a big brand associated with me at the initial stage, which will help my career, things like that. So I was like, nah, let's give it another shot. Then, I don't know, at that point, I believe the startups were the only orgs that were calling me. Then I joined another startup for 3 months. Initially, they were more into big data. That is what was the pitch. That was probably 4 or 5 employees max, and I was the 6th employee. So that place, I worked for 3 months. Yes, 3 months. So it was during the duration of 3 months, the idea of what they were initially planning to and what they were eventually becoming didn't resonate with where I want to be in the org.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a very clear picture of what I need to do. It was just about finding the right fitment. And then I believe 2013 Sprinklr came. So that's the place where I got opportunity to do the majority of my testing. So at this point, we transitioned from phase 1, which is the roller coaster, to phase 2, which is the learnings. So
okay. So that is when the roller coaster turned into learning according to you.
Yeah.
So I have a view. Okay. So I have my experience, my exposure, limited, of course, not yet ready for a books level, but I'll still say, okay, the guys who go through, the definition of roller coaster is because you call it that.
Yeah.
So what you go through at that time gives you much more of a character, resilience. Okay, take things the way it comes, still take it. I have had some really successful engineers from my college at the beginning. Rank guys, absolute nerdy. Before even completing the question, they have raised their hands. They are like jumping to answer that. So I used to wonder, man, come on, man, I'm still trying to think what subject is this question, where is it going, kind of. I think these guys are there already and stuff. They were already got placed in the biggies in the beginning, and the big brands in the beginning. And I've seen them 6 years, 7 years, stable job and stuff. Of course, once you hit, I believe, once you hit 7 to 10 years is when any engineer can become anything.
Yeah.
So there was a time in US, I was in US from 2013, 2014 to 2020. So there was a meeting with one of the prospect that I was working on and stuff and all. They were like 4 IIT engineers from that side and absolute non-IIT guy, me and other people and stuff and all. And at some point of time, I was so happy that I could tackle all the questions and also counter and convince them with an argument kind of a thing and stuff. And of course, IIT, full respect. But at some point of time, that was my logic saying that, okay, 7 to 10 years is when you can catch up anybody.
Yes.
Even if you want to catch up at an IIT level or whatever that has to. But for that 7 to 10 years, for you to catch up, right, the initial 2-3 years matters a lot.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Couple of weeks back, I think some blog or something I read saying that the first manager or the lead or whomever that you're going to report to will define how your path going to go.
Right.
So I think that roller coaster has done some very great influence in your life for you to become what you have?
Definitely, I would agree to that. So the first job, there was a manager. He had these principles that he used to go by. Very, very sorted individual, and was very friendly despite the level at he was a VP at the org that I used to work, but he was still approachable. And that's what is something that has formulated my mindset as well, that yes, as leaders one needs to be approachable for anything, any guidance, not just guidance every single time. It could be certain casual chatters as well. So yeah, and the resilience bit, of course, is something I truly feel is due to what I saw early in the career, the roller coaster. Had that roller coaster ride was not something that I've experienced, then I'm not been in this car talking to you.
Yeah, look at that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So yeah,
I think this is the first signal which is after so many signals and stuff. Right? See, look at this. There's red here. This guy is asking us to go. And I'm gonna... Bangalore lately has become very strict with all of these AI cameras. So if you...
There were AI cameras over there?
Yeah, they're all AI cameras. So this... I mean, I do not know the definition of what is an AI camera here. So there is an AI engine in the back end. There are cameras here. The camera will catch the photo with the number. If you are even highlighted, and if you are even a feet in front of the line which you are not supposed to be, and automatically it gets registered as a case, and within 12-15 hours you'll get a message saying that you have made a violation and you have to pay a challan.
Needed, at least needed here in India, where I do feel there is a lot of improvements in traffic sense that one can do, because it's the same problem back at home. There's no improvements. Although the new expressways that they're building, somehow I sense that people have started getting that sense of driving, that okay, fine, even if I have to change a lane, I need to set an indicator at least for the 3 second or 4 second that is there. Yeah. So there is improvement, but still a lot of work that needs to be done.
So you have stayed in Bangalore for some time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's discuss this. No, what do you feel the driving style of South Indians and the North Indians?
Driving styles are pretty much same. I don't see any difference, honestly. There will, even in the north, you'll still find people that despite it's red, they will jump, and especially if there's a pedestrian crossing, they'll like hit the accelerator. No, I want to cross first, then you can.
Oh wow, that is something unique. So again, nothing against anybody. I have had some of my friends from Delhi. They are very rash drivers. Meaning, speed gives them a very high thrill, and even in a small space, they will be revving and going stuff and all. Of course, there are enough those kind of guys even in South. I mean, my friends from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, all of those guys. I've also found some really, really good drivers. One of my friend he's based out of Bangalore now.
Okay.
I don't think I've met a driver better than him. He can drive in any continent, any car, any style. Stick, manual, automatic, left hand, right hand.
So the only thing that I see, so my journey with Bangalore has always been in parts. So the first time I came to Bangalore was in 2012. Then in late 2013, November, December. After, when I came to Bangalore in 2013, then I stayed there for 3 years. Then I came back to Delhi for another 2 years, and then came to Bangalore for 1 year. So,
quite
total, yeah. Okay. So I was still able to catch a sense of how the city has started was transforming. So 2013, less number of vehicles on road, traffic was still manageable if I talk about Old Madras Road. So I used to stay at Old Madras Road in 2013. It was not heavy, but still not as heavy as you see it today.
Yeah.
Old Madras Road. So there was this metro station by Panalli. So
that was the last station when
the metro was inaugurated. Yes. So I used to travel from Indranagar to Baipanalli via that metro. So of course, the second time I came to Bangalore, the change was okay. Fine, the metro line has started expanding, and the traffic has started increasing slightly. So it's not just limited to
Old Madras.
Old Madras Road, Indranagar, Sarjapur, and at that time HSR was still coming up. Yeah. So then when I came to Bangalore again, I believe that was 2018. At that time, Bangalore was totally changed as a city for me. Like
5 years, huh? 5 years.
Yeah. So left hand side, देखो यहाँ पे भी एक there is a tech park, left right सब जगह, and they are still constructing. When I'm talking about 2018, so I was like, okay, fine. They're still able to manage to fit a building in the tech park, which is already full of organizations. So, and then when I came to visit Bangalore in 22, so I had a vacation planned to Coorg, so I came to Bangalore, and at that time I was like, oh my god, this is HSR. How can this be HSR? This is not the HSR that I remember.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I first went to HSR in 2005-06. And that time HSR was there, but it was such a nicely planned, posh area.
Yeah.
All big houses.
Yes.
And a lot of empty, let's say, sites and plots, and you'll see houses here and there, some roads and stuff. So I only remember probably 2-3 roads that I have been to. Now HSR is a huge area and you hardly find anything empty.
Yeah, and it's too commercialized also. I believe that main road of HSR is full of commercial. Kapoor's Cafe, I remember when I went to HSR.
Still there. Okay, so let's get back to the next part after your roller coaster when Sprinklr happened. I also checked out that you've had 2 stints in Sprinklr. The first stint, then
the second
stint, and which you are still part of currently.
Yeah.
So to begin with, how did Sprinklr happen? What was your journey there?
So this is the phase when we are transitioning from phase 1 to phase 2, and I am still looking for opportunities in the tech side. That okay, if I get an opportunity as a dev, as a cloud engineer, something, or even automation engineer for the matter of fact, something that helps me at least to work on my interests. So I had floated my resumes, and somehow one odd day I got a call from the culture talent at Sprinklr at that point in time. It was, I believe, in September, and it materialized by the end of October, and 6th of November was the date when I joined Sprinklr.
Wow.
Yeah, so
specific.
I had, that was, so since I was in the roller coaster phase, that date is the day I believe it was the transition from phase 1 to phase 2. Now phase 2 was all about learning the craft, hustling if required, trying to be the best, basically.
Okay.
So
your growth phase.
Exactly. It was all about, okay, fine, I have the environment now which I wanted. Now what do I need to do? So there were a lot of mentoring, and I'm still thankful to those individuals who helped mentor me and at least tell me the details or help me figure out a vision. Okay, fine, probably you should do this, do that. And they used to just guide me, and the rest of the way was something that I used to define by myself. Okay, fine, now I know this, but I need to reach that side. So probably another few courses, and I did a lot of courses. Half of them are still not complete, still show up in my inbox every day that you have not completed it. But it was always that there were learnings from each and every course, small micro learnings, I'll say. And this was something that I learned from those trainings that I did while I came to Bangalore for the first time. So at that point, most of the teachers were not spoon feeding. They were just about, okay, fine, I have this is what you need to do it on yourself.
But you had by then decided that you want to take testing as a career.
Yes. So the funny, or let's say the fun part, what happens is I was always into trying to figure out everything that happens, and or at least trying to make sense ki how is this happening, how is that happening. And testing as a career, I feel, is in a really good place when it comes to learning the 360 of everything.
Correct.
Be it gaming, be it your software developments, be it even in the hospitality industry, I believe. There will be compliances and things which can help one understand that how the industry works, or how that particular development or testing needs. So that's where I felt testing is something that can help me understand the entire thing, right? What are the nitty-gritties of the cloud? What are the nitty-gritties of the development things? The languages, the frameworks, the tools.
So this fascination or this
Curiosity.
was it part of, if you were calling that as your roller coaster time itself?
It was, but I'll say it wasn't that aggressive at that point in time.
Okay, then the definition happened on it. You had that realization phase saying that I know where my strengths are. I believe this gives me a drive. There's a mojo here.
Exactly.
I have something that I can.
You can basically learn every single day. And I had that thought in mind that even if it's 1% learning, be it personal or professional, it's kind of compounding effect. So every single day you need to learn something that helps you either professionally or personally.
See, I have had my life as a developer. I started as a developer, computer science guy. I used to do a lot of coding even in my engineering days. Then I had a stint in the a lab part. Then
Research and development.
Research. There was something called Auto ID lab that we had for some time. Then I was cherry picked to be part of the team in US, where I was more on to liaisoning and solutioning between the delivery teams and the things. I was not the account manager. I was the technology guy, because Bay Area people doesn't want to speak to the sales guys. Okay, sales guys come, they will, okay, I'll try to fix the meeting. So they don't want to speak to that. So they used to love me. Somewhere my VP, my boss, realized that this guy may not be too friendly in getting deals done, but when he can go and he can speak to a product guy, he can speak to a tech guy, he can get to speak to a manager, he can speak to a tester, kind of a thing.
Basically has the vocabulary to
keep a conversation going. After that, came back, had a small stint in a startup, then Moolya and stuff. I now realize a tester's profile and a job is much more intrinsic and deeper than many. Because not only from the release or the risk part of it, the total understanding, the vision, the context, and what are all the things that is needed as a part of whatever that you're going to deliver. You may be a tester for a specific feature that is going to be released, which is huge, which has been there from the time of dinosaurs, or a new thing, a new mobile app, new web app, or whatever that you want to do. A tester brings a very different perspective. We'll talk on that. We have now reached the cafe. One of those deeper.
Reminds me of this place called Amrik Sukhdev back at
Oh, yeah. Amrit Sukhdev is, where is that? Murtal.
Murtal.
2,000 people can sit there. Can you believe that?
Tamarind Shikanji cold brew.
I get a signature cold brew. There's something called Shikanji?
Tamarind lemonade
Shikanji
kind of.
cold brew, huh?
Signature gold. Not Shikanji.
No.
Oh yeah, Shikanji is also.
There's also Kanji is also there.
So they should change. Starbucks is what? Sitara Paisa.
The positioning of testing is such that you get to interface with almost everyone in the SDLC. You get to interface with people from the DevOps. You get to interface with people from the development team, the product team. So that gives you a lot of context, and from that context, you'll be able to, pave your way forward. Do you want to go towards more product-oriented context, full testing, or a more technical context for testing? So that's the whole idea, and I always was fascinated with the context part, be it the product part or the technical. Technical, of course, is still something that drives me to push myself further. But slowly and steadily understanding, okay, it's not just a technical context that one needs to have. You should probably expand it to all the other cores.
So that's where your connection with Pradeep maybe. He's the context-driven testing guru.
Yeah, probably. It was just a funny banter that I had with Pradeep. I was trying to figure out, find that tweet lately, but it's too old.
Is it?
Yeah. I was probably in that early phase 2. So Sprinklr, still learning, trying to finish my craft, figuring things out. And at that point, I believe I attended 1 or 2 conferences by some of the industry leaders. So then I became active in Twitter. Then figuring out what I used to do was find bugs and post it on Twitter. At that time, somehow Pradeep's tweet came up on my feed. I started following, and then one day he tweeted about something, and I was curious. Okay, fine. I need more details. So when you say this, do you actually mean that this is the way going forward? But then he responded. He responded again in abstraction. Well, like, okay, fine. I'm still not getting it. Let me ask again. Then he came back with another abstraction. I was like, okay, fine. Probably something that I need to work. Then probably come back. So yeah, that's how I got to know about Moolya and.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
when did you last meet him?
I never got a chance to meet him.
Honestly. Oh, you've not met him?
Never met him. Always virtual interactions, one via Twitter and some of his posts. I believe with all this AI piece, one of his Instagram reel also got targeted to me somehow. I don't remember it very clearly. But yeah, so still.
No, we'll.
Yeah, still.
Now that we are connected, you're part of Leaders in Transit and stuff and all, we'll make sure that you meet him.
Yeah. So then throughout this phase, it was all about learning the craft. Asking my seniors, how are they doing it? Why are they doing it?
You have to tell us what is what.
Yeah.
This is cold coffee. It is easy to find out.
This is hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
This one is hot chocolate.
So
This one is cappuccino. This one is filter coffee.
Filter
It is
coffee.
hot.
Thank you.
Pico
Can you get
cappuccino.
us some tissue paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were the days where, since we were also in a very startup phase, so almost everything was very, very fast. I'll say the entire ideology was about failing fast, build things, test things fast, send it to production.
Thank you.
If things fail, then we iterate and fix it. So all the days that I remember in Bangalore was going to office at 8, working in the office probably 10 or 12. Then there was just 1 or 2 hours ka time where I used to work on myself. Yeah.
8 to 10 and 2 hours you found on yourself.
Yes.
Respect.
Funny part was at 3 a.m. there was still some work that used to happen, and okay, fine, 3 to 4 again a testing journey. So I used to leave office at 4. The place where I used to stay was nearby, so it was a 5 minutes walk, and then back at 8. So we used to send releases almost every day at that point in time. So that was life of hustle, but it's not something that scared me at that point in time. उस time तक decide हो गया था क्योंकि fine, अगर tester ही is something which I'm getting opportunities for, it must be part of God's plan. So if it's part of God's plan, then you need to be the best at it. So the entire thought was, okay, fine. If testing it is, then
Sorry, sugar blast in this. Okay.
So if it is testing, then I need to be the best tester out there.
Oh, nice. And that was part of Sprinklr, right?
Yes.
That Sprinklr thingy did that. Oh, wow.
So it was all about breaking stuff, figuring out things or cases that people were not able to find. So there were ups and downs. It was not something that I became the best tester in a day. It was never like that. It was full of failures. There were cases where I still remember there was an export feature and I tested it miserably. Almost every single day I used to get an escalation. I'm like, Ish, what the hell have you done? ये कैसी testing करी है तुमने? So at that point I was not very strong from the technical context. I was strong from the user context. So things started like falling into place. I started getting understanding from the technical context also. So there were also a lot of people who were helping me out. When I say helping me out, it was just me reaching out to them, asking questions, and they were very helpful with answering it. And those answers were the fuel for finding what is next. इससे आगे कैसे समझ सकता हूँ? Case in point, when it comes to the context part, I strongly feel testers today need to understand the tools also with which they work. Now it's very public knowledge that there are a lot of open source tools that are there for testers to make use of. But I feel probably 10 or 20% of the testers actually know the tool that they're working. So what I mean by actually is basically understanding the under the hood implementations. So once people understand the under the hood implementations, they get a broader perspective and picture. Okay, fine, this is the purpose of the tool. So they are able to kind of categorize, okay, this is the task. Is this the tool of my choice or is that the tool of my choice?
Nice.
Should I build it because I have the skill set, I have the knowledge, or do I buy because I don't have the knowledge but I need someone to help me immediately? So yeah, that's phase 2.
So not many people, I do not know, probably I can count with my fingers, have I ever spoken who actually differentiated this technical context and the product context. It's very necessary. Maybe I mean, with my brain, I would say the product context comes more with experience and wisdom. The technical context can be much more energy driven because of your young age, out of engineering, right? Yeah. But it need not stop you from having both. It need not stop you from taking whichever route that you want.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely it is. So not everybody would prefer the entire context. They're like, I'll stick to the product context. I'll stick to the technical context. But somehow it is my belief that getting both the technical and the product context will solve your debugging efforts, both from a customer end as well as the technical end, and can make you a really better tester in terms of breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because for me, testing is about breaking stuff. If you need to find areas which now in the day and age of AI cannot find, as well as your customers cannot find. So that's the whole goal. So तोड़ने के लिए आपको सॉफ्टवेयर के साथ जो भी कुछ करना है आप करो. बाकी जो प्रायोरिटी है, whatever is the priority of the product that needs to be decided, that decision will be taken up. But as a tester, one needs to know the limitations, and that limitation part is what is the fun about testing. The limitation can be from a security standpoint. Okay, fine, we have a vulnerable libraries. This is a known limitation. Probably I'll not fix it immediately. I'll probably defer it to the next release. Accessibility.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
big now. Now accessibility is very huge.
Yes. So accessibility is their performance. Performance as a context, right? Still is grounded technically, but still required from a product standpoint. So there can be limitations to performance. Now performance also has chaos engineering into it. So right. So apart from that, I think again, functional, non-functional, all of these contexts are something that if one is able to master, they'll be much better as testers.
So you mentioned chaos engineering.
Yes.
I have, if I have to put it, let me put it in this way. I've become a split personality in chaos engineering. One day, I love it. The next day, I don't feel, no, this is not what it is. Then the third day, probably again saying, no, this is the way it has to be done, stuff and all. I'm still not able to get out of that. Okay. What's your take on chaos engineering?
So chaos engineering is relatively new still.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Not everybody gets it. People, and that's the challenging part, that one needs to kind of tell the reasons why chaos engineering should be part, especially in the cloud-based systems. Because earlier, when most of the things were desktop applications, it was mostly your performance engineering that used to.
Maybe once in 2 days, I am going into that zone. the third day, I'll correct. The fourth day, I'm going there. Please continue.
But when it comes to cloud, and again, the context differs from B2B and B2C. B2B is largely controlled. So you can control the amount of chaos because those are more legal negotiations between two organizations. But let's, for this discussion, stick to B2C. Now, when it's B2C, you cannot predict how your end customers will operate. That is where chaos engineering can help you predict the outcomes. So there, I always, for performance engineering, I always go by two principles. Predicting what the outcome could be and how can you control it. If there is performance or at a spike, how do you want to control it right now, or you're okay with it? So it's just one off case, or there can be multiple business use cases around it. The other part is, okay, fine. If things go wrong, if there is a case where my deployments failed and my deployments are restarting, how do I control that chaos? So it's again a simulation that can help you as an org figure that out.
So you're ready for something
Big.
something to break, something that's gonna get.
Exactly. So if things go big, you're able to control. You have already battle tested the chaos. Things will go smooth. There might be still 5 or 10% chaos, assuming that things go unpredictable.
Yeah, there's always that percentage.
Exactly.
Always, yeah.
Right. The other thing is that you run simulations of chaos and see, okay, fine, and probably create a plan around it. Okay, fine. If I see this kind of a chaos, I don't want to mitigate it technically. I just want to handle it right now for any reasons. So these are the SOPs that one needs to do. Okay, fine. I don't have an alerting mechanism for this chaos. Then probably I should have an alerting mechanism so that people in my NOC are alerted immediately. Okay, fine. I can see a chaos emerging. Probably go into action mode. something like that. So yeah.
So have you implemented some of those in Sprinklr now?
We've been so that's something that we've tried out in a couple of our sections. Again, the tooling right now. Earlier, it was just Netflix, I believe.
Netflix has a lot of white papers on chaos engineering.
Yeah, they are the ones who defined chaos engineering. And there was this. I know Sleepy Puppy was their XSS related thing, but there was some. I just remember the dog part, the entire that was their chaos engineering offering. They have an open source tool for framework. There is that uses Spinnaker, and if you're able to perform chaos engineering around it. But
yeah, Spinnaker is also Netflix. I've used Spinnaker actually.
But then there are a lot of tools now. You have Chaos Mesh, then you have Chaos Toolkit written in Python, really awesome library. So you can leverage all of these to kind of automate it and basically run your performance test with Chaos. But the thing that needs improvement, I believe, is you have the definition of chaos, but seldomly you have the definition of your steady state. If there is no chaos and everything is all okay, what is the steady state that you're expecting? What is the percentages of utilization that you're okay with? So whatever I have learned about chaos engineering is about knowing the steady state, introducing the chaos, and seeing how the steady state changes while it's under chaos, and how you mitigate it. You either mitigate it via SOPs or you make changes to your implementations. So these are the good things about testing. Like you always have something or the other coming up.
So this post-COVID, I believe there are quite a lot of events that covers chaos engineering topics.
Okay.
It was there from 2016. I heard it somewhere around 2017. I don't know.
Yeah. 17, 18,
that's when because I was in the Bay Area, though initial things, everything starts there. But lately, all the events, there's one or the other thing that is covering. So the acceptance is also slowly happening.
Yes. It is very relevant in the cloud-driven environment. Yeah. SaaS needs anything that is on cloud needs chaos engineering, especially B2C.
Especially B2C. Yes. So couple of CTOs that I spoke to, they also have this as one of their requirements. The CTO strategy now revolves around the chaos engineering, resilience and the chaos engineering. That's also some of the traction-oriented talks now.
Yeah.
Previously, I did speak to one of the huge online platform in US, which previously was selling through TVs, the TSN kind of a thing.
Okay.
You see it in TV, then you call a number, then you press 1, press 3, press 4. Then there are some modes of payments and stuff and all. They came online because of the Amazons and the Walmarts and everybody and stuff and all. And their engineering manager just did not wanted chaos engineering part of it. So I remember this discussion.
Somehow it feels relatable.
Isn't it, right? Yeah. So I believe this was 2019, before me coming to India, 2019, and this was one of the topic that was presented to them. And but it's not, see, if the person doesn't understand chaos engineering and you're trying to preach something very new to them, they may saying that, okay, I've covered all this. This is something that I've not read. I do not know. You're trying to do something. I would need to go down, or I don't feel this doesn't fit into my strategy is an answer. No, he was well versed with it. So that and he was just he was not trying to fit in because he had his own ways of saying this will not work.
Yeah.
So that was my first if I have to say deep dive on the chaos engineering thing that hit me.
I think that is also one of the challenge, proving that it actually adds value, right? Be it your functional, non-functionals. If you're able to prove it that it will add value, then nothing like that. But it's very...
Unfortunately, I don't want to name them. They had migrated, believe this, they had migrated from mainframes to microservices.
Oh,
They skipped the monolith.
okay.
They had heavily invested, very interesting. So they had heavily interested on mainframes in the 80s and 90s, and they were running. They're a huge company, cash rich. And in the early 2000s, when the web thingy and all came, the monoliths, the arrival of the monoliths happened. These guys just did not catch up, change, or they, I don't know, their strategy was not there and stuff and all. Somewhere around mid 2010s is when the realization hit that they're going to be bullied across because of the bigger companies coming in, and we have to have this presence, because if somebody sees the product which they like in the TV, they're going to go to the web and search. This is a new behavior which got introduced, which was not there previously.
The customer behavior changed.
So if they want to sell a bag, there'll be half an hour program on that bag in that TV. And the family would sit, the person, the mother, grandmother who's going to buy that bag will thoroughly watch it. So there'll be people walking with the bag, going to church with the bag, going to a shop with the bag. There are kids shopping and the mother holding the bag. And so these are all the persona sales that they do. And the lady who's watching is now imagining and getting into that persona.
Completely.
And then comes the pricing, if they want it, if she wants to win, then the decision. And that's how the whole process was happening. And then came the online thingy. The boom came, and even that person who wants to buy now will open a smartphone, check this. What is if the same thing is available in something else,
and that on a lesser price,
on a lesser price and stuff, right? So that's when they realize that they will also have to go put a barcode, put a QR code, scan that, directly go to the site. All of those online payment, phone payment, COD, part payments, and then the credit card, EMIs, all of those things came into them. They directly came from mainframe to microservices. That's a big case study for all these Gartners, and for everybody was there. Everybody under the umbrella. There was Gartner there, there was Forrester there was Boston Consulting Group there. And everybody is consulting for one packet of them. And everybody wants a piece of everything. That cake was so big that it could accommodate so many people with so many, and so many pieces were made out of that. So when I was working in the services company, we also had a big piece there.
To migrate.
In that migration. It was very challenging actually, because what I found challenging in my view was the people that you're going to deal with and their thought processes based on the newer technology. It was like trying to sell the latest type of phone to... My dad still prefers feature phone, where the buttons he has to feel that.
Physical button.
So I've given him a smartphone. He has a smartphone, but he still uses the feature phone kind of a thing. So those people, they were there for so many years. They are the very key decision makers, or they are the influencers to the key decision makers. And specific technical talks and presentations and everything had to be redone multiple times for them to get it. I'm not saying they're dumb. They were very smart in the business. They're really, really aggressive in the business-oriented thinking. But they were not adapting to the speed of what technology was changing.
Which is really important, the speed. Like especially right now, I believe there are a lot of things that are happening in the technology sector. Of course, AI is there. Too many agents out there, in my opinion. Even from the testing side, there are a lot of things that are happening. So one should definitely adapt accordingly. However, I still have one, and that's my opinion. I'm very opinionated about it because I've seen it not work in one of my experiences.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean the AI?
Not AI.
Okay.
Not AI. Just going with the latest in the tech every single time.
That way.
So I call it hype-driven development. So as long as we are adopting the right set of technology at the right time, it makes a lot of sense. Just migrating to a technology because it's the latest out there may or may not work. It's a very risky move, volatile in nature. So I prefer not pushing towards hype-driven development. It needs to be at least backed up with some successful POC that works for the team or the org. So the reason for my thought around this is, let's say at some place BDD kind of a development and testing would work flawlessly very well. You might be able to save a lot of things, optimize. But then again in company B, because the way the org is there, or let's say the diverse pool of people in A versus B differs, so BDD might not work there. TDD might work there.
Yeah.
Similarly, again, that if from a technical standpoint, if I have to say, some people might like to work with React, some might like to work with Vue, some might like to work with Selenium, some might like to work with
Playwright. Yeah.
But as long as you're able to work on the fundamental flaw which is causing both the technologies not to scale,
Wow.
it won't make a difference. You'll just keep on switching technologies. But the moment you're able to fix the flaw, you'll be able to figure out a path of your own where, okay, fine, now we are clear. React will be my front end. We'll not go with Vue. Playwright will be the framework that I'll go with. Backend will be in Spring or let's say Python, whatever. So every org has its individuality. That should not be contaminated by hype-driven development.
It's like Honda versus Toyota, Pepsi versus Coke.
Exactly.
I don't find a winner there. It's the personal, that context, that problem, that answer. Yes. Oh, very nicely said. So we were chatting ish.
Yes.
So one of the things that's happening is the QA and the rocks, where we're going to discuss more on if AI is going to be an influencer or a driver in test automation. I know it's a new topic. I'm not concluding anything. We're trying to learn as much as possible here. AI is also vast. We'll discuss about AI also and your views on AI, which I'm more interested on. So you come from an SDET background. I still see that you put yourself as an SDET. You're a proud SDET, if I can term that.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think? Where is it going? Where is the life of an SDET transitioning into? How do you define AI, influencer, driver, or is there a word that I'm missing?
So the trend that I am sensing is going to happen in the near future is that software might enter into manufacturing mode. So what I mean by manufacturing, let's take an example for Tesla. You're trying to engineer a car. The car has been modeled, but now you need to manufacture it. And Tesla does it by robots. So there are assembly units for each and every specific item, which ultimately results in the creation of the car. So I somehow feel that with AI and agents in specific, we'll be transitioning into a more manufacturing kind of a model for software development, where you will have agents for specific pieces and then humans checking it. So it would be more like of a checklist. Now, where I sense SDETs will play a role is, now let's say if there is an failure in the manufacturing equipment, you'll still need those experts
to manage it, fix it,
resolve it. So case in point, let's talk about MCP, right? If we talk about MCPs of automation tools, people might get threatened immediately. Oh my god, my job is at stake. I somehow see it differently. Like, okay, of course, it can have an impact on my role, which is okay. But what if the MCP server has a bug in itself or fails to do the task? That is where the experience of SDETs, and not just SDET, for whatever MCP. Let's talk about Git MCP. So if Git MCP is not able to do that task, you'll still need someone who has that expertise in Git to solve either the MCP or the task.
Okay, so this gives me another inquisitive question in my mind. So do you believe, again it's your view, do you believe an SDET of today, is there a reset needed in the thought process? Learning is always there. I've learned so many things from you now. Okay, learning is always going to be there.
Yes.
But the thought reset has to happen, or what's your view?
Thought reset definitely, I feel, needs to happen. So one cannot negate that AI will not come into the process. It will come into the process. It is a no-brainer.
Okay, but it's not gonna be like the big data boom or the crypto boom, so there's enough crowd saying that the way AI comes, the way AI may go. It's gonna last.
No, I feel that AI is going to stay.
Okay, I do feel that, but I want to.
AI is going to stay. Of course, the adoption will be more organic rather than exponential. एक साथ 80% process आप नहीं काट रहे. It is small optimizations because AI is still maturing, right? I do get it that it's able to write code, it's able to automate some of the redundant tasks, but probably involve AI in some of the things that we trust 100% the AI is going to do right now. And how I see is probably decades worth of roadmap. Okay, fine. By next decade, we'll be in a much better, more adopted AI. I sense it as an enabler. Yes. So there was one post also, and I do resonate with it. There's this entire AI-driven marketing that is happening currently. Either you are an AI-driven leader, or you are an AI-driven tester, or in fact even AI-driven developer. I see that
AI-driven marketer.
Yes, exactly. AI-driven marketer as well. But then, where if you are being AI-driven, doesn't it makes all of your decisions, everything synthetic? Where is the human touch? How are you going to understand your customers? So let's talk about food. Most of the food that gets manufactured via automated machines is good visually, but from a taste standpoint, you'll not find those food good. That's my experience for sure. Like,
there has to be a human touch. Somebody has to do something.
It has to have that human touch. It needs to have that love while you're making it. So that's where I still feel that one should not be AI driven. It should be AI aided. Where, okay, fine, you'll probably reach out to AI. Okay, AI, I have some thoughts around it. What are your thoughts around it? Critique me if you want, or let's say roast me if you want to. Anything.
No, I love it. See, let me put it this way. SDET using an AI as an enabler will still have the love of what he is doing, the love part, or the passion part on the coding or whatever that he's doing. If AI is the complete driver there, the food that is getting manufactured completely, or the AI completely, and this guy is only a guy who's going to clear it, the love and the passion is going to diminish. Wow, that is a fantastic perspective.
So, yeah, ultimately, see, we are all here to enable a business. So, whatever business requires and how better or optimized we are able to do it, that is one of the best guiding principles of the North Star metrics for someone who is working this. But what if you have manufactured everything to an AI and the output, you're able to get that output, but still the core problem is still not solved? That is something to ponder about.
Nice. I'll try to use this as a point in my QA on the rocks. So that's a pure SDET talking, right? That the love and the passion for what you do, the moment an AI comes, so you're experiencing it. Nice.
So, case in point, I am not averse to AI. I'm, on the other hand, really happy that AI has come into picture, because earlier there were always barriers to entry to any field. Case in point, I've been thankful that there have been some certain mentors in my life, but not everybody gets those mentors, right? And the mentors that I had were more process oriented, technical. There were, you can say, something that I had questions for, which probably were something which they might not be able to help me immediately. So I always used to search for the internet, try to figure out, but never used to get answers immediately. It was just that constant figuring out, okay, fine, okay, not today, let's try another day, another day, and eventually you get the answers. Now, when we talk about development, DevOps, even QA, the entire barriers to entry is something that AI has removed. If you want to learn coding or testing or anything about cloud ops, you can give the AI that persona of a teacher, of a mentor, of a learner, and in fact even an enabler. So I see it this way, that earlier people had to reach out to the internet, find the information themselves. Now you have all of the information in an AI. So you're able to fasten your entire process. And let's say, I believe in one of the discussions that we were having, you mentioned that using anti-gravity, even someone who is not able to code can code. So that is one of the biggest barrier to entries, which is now resolved. Now, if you don't know how to code, but you are aware of some of the technicalities involved in it, as long as you're able to describe it in the right context, you don't need to know coding. You can still create software, and that is the barrier to entry that is now no longer there. So,
see, I'm going to go a bit more deeper in that. Okay, the mentoring thing. Okay, I am also blessed. I'll count. You have some good mentors. I'm also blessed with some of the mentors. And there are a couple of my mentors who always used to tell me this. One of the mentors, I keep visiting him. He is based out of Bay Area. He is my guru. His example is very saying that Sachin Tendulkar became Sachin Tendulkar because he didn't figure out how to hit the straight drive. He figured out how to hit the straight drive every time. So, I mean, in the beginning, my attention span was very less, and he'd say, listen to this. Sachin Tendulkar became because he knew how to hit the straight drive the same way every time. So, what does that mean? So, that means if you are talented and blessed, and if you get that caliber in you to figure out how to hit the straight drive with 10 hours of practice, okay, yeah, God's been kind to you, you have that blessing. On an average, I would say you need to have that kind of a practice, effort, and everything put in. That is how I have learned in my days. Searching in the internet, going through the libraries. I still have so much of books at my folks' place, which Macromedia books and all. Nobody flash books and all. So those are still stored there. My mom doesn't want to give it to anyone. And I had to go through, and that's how my thought process increased. If you remove all of that and bring an AI mentor, would that impact of what had happened? Imagine if Sachin Tendulkar had an AI mentor who's going to tune him to learn straight drive, not on the way that he learned. Will it be there? What's your view?
So, that is more of an individualistic behavior.
Okay.
Right. So, Sachin Tendulkar learned how to play the straight drive every single time because he wanted to excel. He ensured that any ball that comes to me, I should be able to hit it back. So, it was motivation, self-motivation, I would say. So, people who are self-motivated will try to figure out ways. They can reach out to AI. They can even try to reach out to AI. Okay, fine, just give me a path and I'll take the learnings. But what the point was that earlier, you may get the right mentor, you may not get the right mentor purely because of the experience, right? So AI kind of standardized that. Okay, fine. You want this, I can give you a plan, or I can become your mentor for step-by-step instructions, or how do you want me to do? So that's my thought around it. Definitely.
No, lovely thought. I mean,
The person
it's only
definitely
helping.
Yeah,
it's only helping, right? It's not like confusing. It's only helping.
So, case in points for some of the technical implementations or how I used to question things about technology. Now with AI, I just feel that time to figure out the answers to those questions could have been shortened. Right? It could have been probably a day or two, for which I spent almost weeks or months. Right? So yeah.
So the accumulation of wisdom over 10 years can now be done in 5 years using AI.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. As long as you have that motivation to excel.
Yes.
Because that is the primary thing. If you don't have that motivation to excel, no matter how many AIs or how many books you read, it can just help you with a short-term goal. You always need to have a long-term goal and pivot yourself towards that. So yeah, that's my thought around it.
You continue to do mentoring, helping people-ish?
Yes, I feel giving back to the community is really, really important.
Oh, how sweet.
So, I just feel that the phase one, the roller coaster, should not be present in everyone's life. There should be some kind of ease so they are able to not go through that roller coaster, still able to reach the same outcomes and be a more smoother ride for them. So yes, mentoring is really, really important as a leader, as an individual.
So when I finished my engineering in 2004. I'm much senior to you on that line. You suddenly made me feel very old. Okay, your face expression. I when I came to Bangalore, I remember one of the biggies was doing the this entrance test kind of a thing, right? The first test, we all went, we registered online, we'll all get a number, you'll have to have your ID card and go to some center to write that exam. Once the exam, then the results come, then you have to go for the interview kind of a thing, stuff and all. So I always did my schooling, education and all in a convent English school. I was very confident and I was good with academics. Not the topper and all. My sister's always been that, but good with academics and stuff. So I went to this exam, finished this exam. There was one guy sitting right next to me and stuff and all. We finished and we were, after finishing that, we were chit-chatting. He's a pure Bangalorean, born and brought up and stuff. And we were chit-chatting, we just came out and he said, chalo, let's grab a coffee. And we went to a normal coffee shop and we were drinking. And he asked me one question. Where are you put up?
Okay.
And I was not understanding it. See, I was from a small town called Bhadravati, 250 kilometers from Bangalore.
Okay.
It's a steel town, industrial town. Though I did everything in an English medium and stuff and all, I was not able to catch him. I said, sorry. Then he said, where have you put it? I again said, sorry. Then he realized, no, where do you live in Bangalore?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the English and stuff. So I had to figure out different type of mentors that I would need to gel with the competition that I had.
Yeah.
Meaning it was not my technical competency and the confidence that I had. It was to make sure that I am valued and I stand out to do whatever that I want. So I had a struggle to find my mentors. So I generally help a lot of people who are in the 6th semester, 7th semester, guiding them with what type of projects, what should you do, where are your strengths, why do you think this is good, why do you think this is not good.
Yeah.
there are many kids who come to me saying that electronics is the future. I want to do that. I want to get into biomedical, biotechnology and stuff. And of course,
happens with everyone.
Yeah.
So for example, during my time, electronics and communication was supposed to be the evergreen field. You can go anywhere.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it happens. I never ventured this side of
Bangalore.
Yeah. मेरा उससे right लेके airport ही रहता था. That was the max that I've ventured outside. Only once for Nandi Hill and twice. First Skandgiri and Nandi Hill trek.
So Nandi Hills, you will have to go this way. This way front, there's a left.
But I believe this place, Empire, definitely was not there at that time.
And this kind of a food junction, whatever you call it, there are quite a lot in this road now. So many people take.
If I compare it with Amrik Sukhdev, we call these places as dhaba, but I'm not sure how do I categorize it. It's much more sorted and.
There are dhabas on this way,
Okay.
but those are like very rare.
Okay. Got it.
But जो नॉर्थ में मिलता है ना हमारे साथ
हाँ.
प्रॉपर ढाबा टाइप वैसे 3-4 है
Okay.
लेकिन ऐसे अभी these kind of joints popped up on.
So these are one of the better highways. The Bangalore-Hyderabad road is very good actually.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of progress happening around this area. Well, I don't think so. इतने McD तो नहीं था definitely. So,
This area definitely is now. I don't know. I'm not the one decision maker, but it's now considered part of Bangalore.
अच्छा.
And definitely has a lot of big property builders coming in.
Okay.
There's Hiranandani here, there is Lodha here, Embassy, all of those. They are brigades and stuff. So they are huge in Bangalore, and all of them are. If they are doing it, then it's a happening place.
Definitely.
Okay, Ish. Coming back to our discussion, let's get into another mode. Where do you want to be? Let's say. I know you may not be very clear, but I am very curious. Let's go 5 years from now, 2030. What will make you happy? Rather than where do you want to be, what will make you happy?
Happiness. There's something I have thought a lot, and again, it's always a multi-perspective answers for me, and I'm not able to choose which perspective is the best. So, happiness is again very individual specific. What might be happiness for me might not be happiness for you.
Correct.
However, I believe there is one theme which remains constant for almost all the folks. One is things related to your personal life, your family. Seeing them being proud of you. Again, a very subjective or an abstract term that I'm using. And the other one is professional. So, at least leaving a legacy. Something that makes people remember you for is something that I would definitely see myself doing, and leaving a mark will definitely be one of the factors contributing to my happiness. One of the major factors contributing to my happiness. So, yeah.
So you've been like what, 9-10 years in Sprinklr now?
It's been over a decade now.
Over a decade now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ignore the one small stint in between.
I call it my sabbatical.
Sabbatical, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So over a decade.
Yes.
I'm sure you will leave a legacy. You already have a legacy in Sprinklr. I'm very sure of
Yeah.
And it's I like it. I kind of feel very happy after listening to that. Rather than what do you want to be, rather than I would definitely want to be remembered, or I would definitely want whatever that I have done to be respected. Not by the names, may not be. Nobody may remember Manoj, nobody may remember Ish, but something that what we have done, a process that has been set up, something that respected and thoroughly followed.
Yes.
That itself is legacy.
Right. So, question to you.
Okay.
So how do you define happiness?
Okay. So this has been running in my mind also for some time. Some time back I was watching that program Pole to Pole in 100 Days with Will Smith.
Okay.
In one of the episodes, he's trying to conquer the corners of the world. Now, one of the episodes is he visits Bhutan just to conquer what is happiness.
Oh, okay.
And Bhutan is one of the most happiest countries.
Yes. Happiness index, I believe they measure by that.
Finland also is there, but Bhutan is much more different. For them, there that person gives him some tips, saying that your happiness is clearly defined by your expectations. It's not that I got influenced by it in 1 week. I've been thinking it is not easy for you to switch off all your expectations and stuff.
Day one.
Yeah. But in the last 5 years, after coming back from US, I have realized that what you have to be, what makes you content, what makes you sleep better. Okay, what gives you better sleep?
Yes.
What doesn't push you into overthinking? Those are some of the strategical and tactical changes that you bring to your life. Strategical changes should be optimism, looking forward to things, trusting yourself, trusting the people that you're with.
Another follow-up question to that. So, trust and optimism. So, do you also consider minimalism as part of your happiness? Or
2025's my New Year resolution was minimalism.
Okay.
I would not define that I was absolutely successful in that, but I did manage to. My dress code now to office is a jean and a simple t-shirt. Crew neck or the ones the normal t-shirt with a collar kind of a thing. So I have the same jeans, so many pairs, and I have the similar t-shirts, so many of them. So I wear the most simple, comfortable shoes, the Neiman's, the Make in India brand kind of a thing, and those are so. I'm slowly coming out of all of these big brand conscious things. I only want to buy that. I only want to wear that. And in my house also, I've not bought anything that my house needs for the last 2.5 years. Again, my way of defining minimalism, maybe. I used to be very impulsive. Some new technological thing coming out, gadgets and all, I was like crazy with it. So I was a CTO in a startup before coming here, LVP Tech here. So the tech inclination was something that what used to drive me was if I am not experiencing the tech firsthand, how would I think technologically, decide on that? Which is true, not defined. But the minimalism works, Ish, I'm telling you. It's difficult, very difficult to let go of things, not have all of that.
Everything around us is very materialistic.
Very much.
So you can see someone driving a fancy car, someone driving a fancy bike or electric bike. I believe human emotions are like that. Okay, fine. I also want it. Like, this was something I had earlier from a work perspective. Like, how are they able to give that answer? Why am I not able to think in those lines? And I used to push myself every single time. That kind of worked out for me. But yeah, this is a very new and interesting topic and a theme that I've just lately come around.
Thank you for asking that question. I kind of feel very nice about that.
Welcome.
Let's also discuss about the concert that you went to, Linkin Park.
Yeah.
How was it? How was the total vibe, the ambience? Where were you? Did you teleport yourself into some zone?
So, the concert was really, really amazing. Amazing is a very understated word that I'm using because I'm at a loss of word. How do I describe that feeling? Surrealism, probably.
Surrealism.
So, there are certain core memories that probably you'll be reaching an old age, but you'll still be able to remember that.
Hold on to that.
Yeah,
core.
hold on.
This is part of a core memory now. Wow.
Yes, and the good thing or the thing which made this a core memory is another core memory from my childhood.
Okay.
I remember it very clearly that I was just at my home sitting on the bed and there was a CRT TV. उस time पे CRT TVs रहते थे. MTV playing random music, and all of a sudden there is I believe Nikhil Chinappa was the VJ at that point in time.
Yeah, MTV
Channel V, I think.
Yeah.
So one of the VJs at that point just introduced, okay, fine, the next song is up from Linkin Park called Somewhere I Belong. And the intro riff started and I was like awestruck, spellbound to some extent. Like, what is this kind of music? And this is probably one of the first bands that introduced me to the genre of metal, hard rock. Before that, typical Bollywood Punjabi guy listening to Punjabi songs. I had a fair amount of artists on the international side, so I was a huge Bryan Adams fan.
Yeah, of course. Everybody.
Exactly. Who will not love
Summer
Bryan
of
Adams?
69.
Exactly.
It's like...
Everything I Do was the first song that I ever sang in my life on a stage. So Bryan Adams was one of them. So ever since that day, Linkin Park has always been a constant in my playlist. Every single time when I'm driving, I'm in an angst-driven mode, or I just want some calm music, then Linkin Park had expanded their discography on those lines as well. Seeing them was one of the things that I always wanted. Okay, it was okay, fine. It was part of my bucket list, basically. Okay, someday if I get a chance, I'll watch Linkin Park live. Now, the sad passing of the lead singer Chester was a downer. Okay, fine. Probably I'll never get to see Linkin Park live now. But then somehow, I think it was meant to be, and it was kind of a childhood, like me becoming a child back to my early teens and 20s, shouting my lungs out, jumping across the ground, basically enjoying. Singing, there was sing-alongs, I was singing along with them, I knew the lyrics of the songs. Yeah. So, definitely worth going that extra mile from Delhi to Bangalore just to see them live. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to see them again, they'll come back to India again or not. But yeah, this was the first time, and I always I was pretty sure, okay, this is the first performance, I want to see the first performance only. They're supposed to perform again on Sunday in Mumbai. But,
Okay.
Yeah. So, there's this festival, Lollapalooza.
Okay.
Lollapalooza, I think. So, they're going to play there on Sunday, and Bangalore show was announced after the festival was announced. They were that they'll be headlining the festival. So once Bangalore was announced, it was like, okay, fine, let's do it. Then everything was done within minutes. Okay, I'm going to go near the fan pit. I'll go this day. Funny thing, I was not aware that it was a long weekend. I was like, okay,
Good for you.
and it happened while I was discussing, okay, fine, I am going to take a leave. But it's a long weekend. I was like, okay, it's a long weekend. Okay, fine. Probably extend the stay for a bit more. Catch up with some friends.
Nice, very nice. So it's like your core memory and bucket list.
Yes.
One of the, I would say, very impactful and memorable thing in 2026. It's still January, and you're already in that zone. Nice.
This is a new statue that they created.
Yeah, that is Kempe Gowda,
Oh, okay.
the founder of Bangalore.
Yeah.
And the statue was inaugurated by Shri Narendra Modi ji.
Acha. Why not?
Yeah.
He is there for inaugurations also.
Yeah. And it came 2-3 years ho gaya. So Ish, this was really a different experience, surreal for me, if I have to use it. I mean, the first connection itself, when we spoke, I did find you very intriguing, and I liked you, and our conversations was very nice. Now I can define that you are a very good friend of mine. I'm taking it in that line.
Yes.
And thank you for this talk. It was fun, very informational, and also something that will go on for many others to watch this video, take the points, the experiences that you have had, the points on mentoring and what do you feel, how things work and stuff and all. Thanks a lot. Thank you
so much.
Myself, thank you from Moolya.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I loved the conversations, especially during the coffee time. Really something that went to a totally different level, I'll say.
Isn't it?
Never had those conversations.